So we're here talking to Jennifer Licko, who is a magnificent singer and has been performing with Dave on pipes tonight. So let's start off with, how did you get involved with Celtic music?
Okay, I've been Scottish Highland Dancing since I was 10 years old, and so I traveled to different Scottish festivals up and down the East Coast and competed in the Scottish Highland Dancing. And I was also a musician. I grew up singing and playing the piano, and so I went and studied music in college, and at that point I combined my interest of Scottish Highland Dancing and music and started studying Scottish music. After I graduated from college, I went to Scotland and studied Scottish Gaelic at the University of Edinburgh for 4 months, and I've continued to do that every summer to just to continue my Gaelic speaking and singing. And so that's sort of what I'm most interested in, is Gaelic song from the Western Isles.
Fantastic. And where are you wanting to move on from there? What kind of band are you wanting to put together, maybe?
No, I would like, my eventual goal is to have, an all Gaelic sounding band where I do all Gaelic songs with different tunes, to make dance sets and things. That's my eventual goal. I'm getting there slowly.
Did you compete at Grandfather Mountain, Stone
Yes.
Mountain, places like that?
I've competed at Grandfather Mountain.
And you won every time, didn't you?
Yeah, actually I did.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't win first place every time, but I placed every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If a young lady were listening right now and she wanted to begin Highland Dancing, yeah, and let's say she's 9 years old, what should she do?
She can go to look up Scottish Highland Dancing on the web, because there are different sites where you can find different teachers all across the, across the nation, really, and she can start taking as young as 3 and 4 years old.
So your main emphasis is that you're a vocalist?
Yeah, I play the guitar and the piano and the bodhran, and I'm a singer. But most of the time, when I've got my band playing with me, I just sing and play the bodhran.
Let's talk a little bit about your Gaelic studies. You studied Gaelic in Scotland. Where did you study?
University of Edinburgh.
University of Edinburgh. University of Edinburgh is known for a lot of exchange programs, such as their School of Scottish Studies, which exchanges with Center for Appalachian Studies and Services in East Tennessee. Tell us a little bit about studying Gaelic, what that experience was like. I know that Gaelic is a difficult language from a point of view of how tenses change and how nouns change and that sort of stuff.
It's very interesting, actually. Studying at the university, I studied actually through the School of Scottish Studies, and it's a continuing education program that I take during the summer. And it's very difficult because you have different dialects in Gaelic, and you could go to Lewis, for instance, and have one dialect, and it'd be totally different from going to Skye and speaking Gaelic. So if you don't have the same teachers, the teachers from the same places, then you're, getting confusing information. But it's very exciting. It's a fun language because it's so important to the culture and to the history of Scotland, especially through the music and the dance and the way they're connected. If anyone knows anything about Scottish history, when the Prohibition took place, they weren't allowing people to play their fiddles and their pipes, and they would actually, the ministers and elders thought it was corrupting the minds of people who played non-sacred music. And so the only way these people could preserve the tunes was to, go in somebody's home and be real quiet and sing it. And so they would sing it in Gaelic, and that's how a lot of the tunes survived during the Prohibition. So it's really an important part of the history. And as well, it's the way they preserve the dances that, date back as early as the 13th century. So.
In studying Gaelic over there, I guess that you probably had some opportunities to speak with some native Gaelic speakers.
A few.
Yeah. Is your experience that, is it really a dying language? Is it a language that's getting ready to undergo a renaissance? Is it on the way back? Is it something that's confined to the classroom?
Well, recently, in the past 5 or 6 years, there has been a research in Scotland to try to keep Gaelic alive, and they have Gaelic medium schools on the mainland where they actually teach the children through Gaelic, because they're going to learn English anyway, living on the mainland. But they teach everything through Gaelic, so there is an effort to try and keep it alive. But I find that I don't think it's going to be very difficult, I think. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so important for someone like me to continue, studying the songs, and that's why I love it.
Obviously, it has a close place in your heart. Is it also something that you were interested in for your music? Is it mainly for the music? I mean, was that the main interest, or is it something that really, I mean, in your soul, that you're just interested in? You wanted to learn Gaelic because it's a fairly obscure thing, even for people who are interested in.
I think for me, the fact that I was a dancer all my life, all the tunes were so drilled into me because of all the dances I did, and I loved them so much, and there was just some fire and passion in that was so exciting. And when I found out, because I don't play the fiddle or the whistle or the pipes or anything, when I found out about this mouth music where you're singing the tunes in Gaelic rather than playing them, I thought, oh, I can do it too. I can be a part of it, and it is. It's really exciting for me. But I also, after having studied this, I've expanded, and I want to do more Gaelic music, not just the mouth music, but the walking songs and the laments, because they just hold a part of history that the people need to preserve.
cdbaby.com. You'll find Jennifer Licko's music.
That's right.
Very good. Jennifer, thanks for talking with us here at Celtic Gaelic.
Oh, you're so welcome.